What's going on, people? This is Zane Saz from House of Smoke, and you're watching the weekly news show. This is a combination of all the kind of cool things that I've seen within the gaming world this week that I'd like to share with you in case you haven't seen them. Kicking off with the weekly new games announcements, we have Borderlands 3 set to come out September the 13th, 2019. Borderlands is one of my favourite series. I personally believe it's one of the strongest loot shooters that has very much set precedent for games like Destiny and The Division, and games that have taken that formula and improved on the loot aspects. Borderlands 3 is set to change pace again. You'll be taking down enemies and challenges as a team, but you'll be able to reap rewards that are yours alone, meaning that no one's going to be missing out on loot. In previous games, one rare gun could only be taken by one person. Now everyone will get their own loot, which just frees up the enjoyment and speed of the game. Gearbox has also announced a new kind of level sync system that makes the experience work a bit better for each individual player. Similar to The Division 2, where you can join people in a much higher level and it'll just raise your level. This should allow you to play with your friends regardless of where they are in their story progression. There's also rumours of cross-platform play. All of these factors are just going to allow you to play with whoever you want and whoever you feel you should be running around the Borderlands with. The game's set to come out on September the 13th, 2019. Next up, we have Persona 5S. Atlus has announced that new information will be released on the 25th of April. Much like Persona 3 and 4, this will be a re-release that has extra gameplay within it. I'm hoping for a Switch release, and it's seeming all the more likely with Joker being added to Smash Bros. A leak from a Best Buy employee also further supports this, showing listings with it coming out later this year. The Persona series is one of my personal favourite, and with Persona 3 and 4 I really got the most of it getting to travel around and play it. With Persona 5 I didn't have a chance to get into it as much due to the lack of a handheld platform, so I'm really personally looking forward to this one. Following on with more Switch news, the Nintendo Labo will also support Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. Nintendo's £35 VR goggles are due to launch on April the 12th. Super Mario Odyssey will get a bite-sized bonus experience with a series of 3 mini missions in which you collect coins and musical notes. Wild is getting full-on VR support in the main game. Explore all of Hyrule in VR. Pre-rendered cutscenes won't work in VR though. Monolith Soft, the developer behind Xenoblade and the company responsible for making Breath of the Wild feel so big and expansive, has announced that they're working on another Zelda game. This could be a new version of Skyward Sword based on their version of the Triforce. The Triforce that they use is reminiscent of the one that you see in Skyward Sword with the goddess's crest, so this could be for a remaster of Skyward Sword. And while we're on the topic of mobile gaming, the Elder Scrolls Blades mobile game went into early access this week. I also recently received an email saying that they've opened it up to an even wider audience, so get on the App Store if you have a Bethesda account and try to sign up. I've played it for a little bit and I've had quite a bit of fun. Still getting used to the control scheme, but it's good to see where they can take this. This next segment is on VR. I personally believe that VR is the future of gaming, but it will take a while for adaptability to get out and for tech to make the moves it needs to make said processes adoptable. Valve have announced their own new headset, and more information is due to be coming out in May. There's also been some really good news coming out around Ironman VR, a PlayStation 4 exclusive experience. It's made surprisingly good impressions on people that have got to play the demo, and you take control of Iron Man rather than it being a simple walk around demo. No Man's Sky VR is due to come out as well. This one's really shaping up to look like it could be the future of VR. This isn't just a VR version, this actually is the original No Man's Sky, so you will be able to transfer over your saves and make use of whatever playtime you've made so far. The game has made great strides since its initial release, even though it had terrible launch issues. So if you haven't had a chance, if you see it on sale, pick it up because it's definitely developed into the game it was meant to be at release. And I'm excited to see how it works with VR. I found a few cool deals this week and I want to make sure I share them with you. The first is to get Switch Online for a year. Even though there's not many titles that you can use with it, it does look to be a pretty cool service. Now, if you have a Twitch Prime account, there's a link below where you'll be able to sign into that and get a special code that will let you sign in to your Nintendo account. And it starts off with a 3-month account, and then if you continue to have Prime, you can get it for a year. But if you already have Amazon Prime, then you should be able to get your full year pretty easily.